What's going on?
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm
Good.
new to Detroit. I see you have a Detroit hat on, and my name is Kiz, and I'm here just trying to learn about the creativity that the city has to offer, and get different perspectives on what inspires you, what you're working on. So tell the people who you are.
My name is Evan. I am originally from Detroit. I am excited to be back home after a long time. And yeah, that's me.
Okay, so I have to ask. I know the city is thriving right now. What brought you back to Detroit?
Exactly what you said. The city is thriving. I think it's no time better than now to come back. You see how downtown is popping. There's so many restaurants, creative people coming together. So I'm really excited to experience this new Detroit.
Okay, so you mentioned creative people. Let me ask, are you a creative yourself?
In my own sense, yeah, I do work in the brand activation space. So it does allow for me to be creative and work with brands on activating at different festivals, conferences. So yeah, I guess you could say yeah, I'm in the creative space.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And let me ask, what's something that you want to be working on? We working on manifestation here.
Ooh, what's something I want to be working on right now? I think I want to be working on connecting with more creatives in Detroit. I mean, there's so many people that are tapped into so many different industries that, with me being in the brand activation space, I think there's a lot of opportunity for me to work with other creatives, bring brands together, bring people together, and really just kind of elevate the city and maybe find a way to bring some of the brands that I'm partnering with to the city so that they can activate and our people can experience it.
And that's what this is about, finding creatives who can work with other creatives and figuring out a way to connect you all. So my last question I like to ask, and this is something that I think about often, as a creative who is often filling up the cup of others, how are you filling up your cup, Evan?
Oh, that's a great question. I think that's something that I'm still working through how I fill up. But for me, I love self care. Self care is a way that I fill up my own cup. So even though I work a lot and I might be talking a lot on meetings and really having to get out and engage a lot, I make sure that I make time for myself. So I always tell people self care is love, y'all. Take care
Hey,
of yourself if somebody else won't.
hey, you heard it here first. Take care of yourself.
Pew, pew,
Thank
pew.
you, Evan. Hey, friend, how you doing?
Hey, Kizzle, what's
What's
happening?
going on? So I'm new to the city, and I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
I'm very much a creative, but trying to find my lane, and it always inspires me to hear what gets other creatives ticking. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, your name, what you do,
All right.
and why you love this city.
All right. My name is Larry Brinker Jr., President and CEO of Brinker Construction Company. It's built many of the buildings in Detroit. And what gets me ticking in terms of Detroit, I think, is the fact that like the hustle never stops in Detroit. Detroiters have a grittiness and a resiliency about us that's different than most places. The fact that we've been through some of the worst times and we've come back from that to be bigger and better, and just to see the spirit of people and how people come together. The hustle never stops. That's what we say.
That's a common theme that I have heard from everyone that I've talked to so far is about the hustle, the grind, and always feeling like no matter what, Detroit is going to bounce back. So you say you built some of the buildings in the city, and we look around, and I remember the first time I came here, maybe 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
looking at it now, it is totally different.
Right.
So, what is that creative process for you as you go into, you know, reviving buildings, rebuilding buildings, and taking things that people once looked at as being run down and turning it into something so beautiful?
Yeah, I look at it similar to an artist, right? It's when an artist goes to paint, they have their canvas as a blank canvas. So we can go into a building that could be in disrepair and looks bad, and most people would look at it and be like, man, I'm never going back in there. But for us, we look at it as a blank canvas that if we do what we're supposed to do, the architect does what they're supposed to do, we can revive that building to be a place where people work, live, and play, and create memories and build unity together.
I watch those shows where they go into those buildings, and I am those people that I can't go in there.
Yeah, I will say I've been in one building that I walked in. I made it to the second floor. It was 8 floors. I turned around and said, yeah, I just multiplied by 4. So I get it.
You had all you needed from that
I didn't need to
second
see
floor.
anything else.
Okay, so as someone who often, as a creative in the line of work you do, you have to pour into other people.
Yeah.
What is something that you do to help refill your cup?
You know, that's a good question. I would say a few things. One is I think Detroit is a city where you can make a difference and feel the difference that you're making, right? And it's like being like a big fish in a small pond, but where everybody can feel like they're a big fish, and the impact that you bring through your spirit, your motivation, your grind, whatever you're doing in your respective trade, it can be seen, right? Whereas if you go to New York, DC, wherever else, you truly feel like you're a small fish in the ocean, right? And so here it's different, and that's the part that I think brings that spirit, because people get motivated, excited, because they can see the impact that they're making to make the city better. And so the one thing that I always do is like I always try to make sure, regardless if it's myself, if it's my employees, that we like really are intentional on recognizing the impact that we're making. So when I walk down the street, any building that we've worked on, I look at it and be like, man, like I did that. Like my fingerprint is on that forever.
That's a legacy.
Yeah, it's a legacy. You know what I mean? So like, and I try to make sure our employees do the same thing, because like truly it motivates me when I can walk down the street with my kids or my family and be like, yeah, I had a part in making that come to life, and knowing that long after I'm gone, that building's still going to be here for hopefully my family to still talk about, is what keeps me motivated. Because it's not just the building, but once again, it's being able to see how we are helping people come together, right? We're building these bridges through these buildings for all of us to get along, come together. And that's the dope part about Detroit too, is like you can see people coming from all areas, and people can come to Detroit and catch a vibe, and everybody is cool with it. It's not like going
They
to New
share
York
that
where you
love.
feel like, man, damn, people mean and everything. Here it's like welcoming, and everybody's just, the whole focus is on making the city the best that it can be. And if you're bringing positive energy, people like that.
I feel that. I feel that love in everybody that I've met. I don't think I've met anyone from Detroit who wasn't nice. Um, so you talked about what motivates you. What's something that you want to be working on? Because we're in the business of manifesting these things. So what's something that you want to be working on?
And what do I want to work on? Man, I would say I've been extremely blessed. I'm extremely grateful for what I've been able to do. And I feel like if I don't do another thing on this earth, I've done enough to bring people together and create memories for families, create opportunities for people to either work, catch a vibe, like I said, to party, enjoy, just enjoy life overall. So I can't say there's anything else for me that I just really want to do. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always looking at different opportunities. But overall, I'm extremely blessed to have had the experiences that I've had.
All right. Well, let the people know how they can find you and keep up
Hey,
with the work you're doing.
yeah, you can keep catch up with me on Instagram, Larry Brinker Jr., LinkedIn. My website is
Ooh, you promote the LinkedIn. That's how you know he a
LinkedIn. That's how you know
businessman.
I'm in business, right? But my website, though, for the creatives, my website is LarryBrinkerJr.com.
Thank you, LB. I appreciate you. And that's a wrap. Skizzles World.
Kizzle's World.